today, Donald Trump and them speak very bad of us. Not because we did anything wrong. But really, re kopa lefase. Lefase le khutlele ko beng ba lona. Ba re le batla o etsang ka lefase. Ra re batla o aga dikereke. Ba re why le batla o aga dikereke? Ra re na le more shebins than churches. That's why we've got a problem in our society. We need more churches than shebins. So today, we are being threatened with sanctions because we said let's expropriate land without compensation and give it to our people and give it to the church. And West Bishop, you understand the importance of the land. That's why you are involved in agriculture and giving tractors to our people to work the land. Next time they ask me, what do you want to do with the land? I will say, just look at what my bishop is doing with the land. And that's exactly what we want to do with the land. You can be guaranteed, fellow South Africans, I will never be bullied by Elon Musk or Donald Trump. Because I've never done any crime to anyone. Yesterday, I was in an auction in Rustenburg of Peter Detroit. In that auction, 95% of those people were white people. I sat with them from 11 o'clock until 6 in the evening, wanting to demonstrate to Elon Musk and Donald Trump that I'm with the people you are saying I want to kill. Why would I sit with these white people if I want to kill them? Why do you make me an international criminal for asking for dignity of black people? I've not committed any crime against anyone except to say, let's restore the dignity of black person. If you don't have the land, you will never have dignity. And I was saying to those white people yesterday, you are not going anywhere because it's nicer in South Africa. There is no any other place which is more nicer than South Africa where black and white can coexist without problems. The only thing you need to change is your hearts. You must learn to share and share the land with the rest of other people. We might look like we are a nation that is in a racist conflict. That is, we are not in a racist conflict. We are in a robust engagement as people who were excluded from the economy of South Africa. And that robustness might look like it's violence against a particular nation. It is not. It is our cry to have our dignity back. The same way we cry for the dignity of the children of Palestine. We will never be bullied that we must not speak against the brutality of Israel against Palestine. Why? When the children were being killed here in Soweto, it was Palestinians who stood up and said that is crime against humanity. Today, the whole nation is being wiped off in front of our eyes. We are being told to keep quiet, otherwise we are going to be declared international criminal. I'm so happy to be an international criminal. You know why? Because Nelson Mandela was an international criminal. That's what they declared him, for fighting for the freedom of our people. And if it means I'm joining in the ranks of Nelson Mandela by being declared an international criminal for fighting for the rights of my people, I'm a proud international criminal. Moruti rapelelang bana ba rena ko DRC. Ba bolaiwa. We are not refusing our soldiers to go to DRC. We are simply saying withdraw them because we are not ready to go anywhere. Once we have prepared ourselves enough, we can go to DRC. When you send soldiers without arms to a war zone, you are actually sending farm workers to a war zone. Because what differentiates a soldier from a farm worker is because a soldier is armed. Our soldiers are not armed. There's no equipment in South Africa which can fight anyone. There are 2 helicopters in eastern DRC where our soldiers were killed. The last time they flew, it was when they were landing in DRC. From there, they were never serviced. There is no single fighter jet in South Africa today. We used to have a Roy Falk, one of the most sophisticated fighting machine. Today, there is no single one left. Why? They are not being serviced. Those soldiers ran out of bullets, and they sent a message to South Africa to supply more. But because South Africa has got no capacity, couldn't give those soldiers more ammunition. Those soldiers did not have drones. Why do you fight a war like you are fighting during the time of Shaka Zulu? Because there are drones now which you can send to the other side to see if the other side is advancing towards you so that you can prepare yourself. Our soldiers never had that capacity. They just woke up, the enemy was in their camp. There was no intelligence that was provided to our soldiers that the enemy is coming closer. After 14 soldiers were killed, we said, bring them back home. They did not bring them back home. They sent more 800 soldiers. But the ones that are remaining in DRC, they are no longer in a camp, Murut, Bishop. They are not in a camp. They are being held hostage. Yes, they for them to go to a toilet, they must get a permission from M23. For them to get water, they must ask from M23. So why do you keep on saying, send soldiers, we are for Africa? I'm for Africa, but I will not send people that are not prepared for war because I'm sending them for slaughter. So Bishop, please, rappella bana ba rena ba be safe in DRC until this government comes back to its senses. Bring them back home. Let's invest in the army. Let's buy more ammunition. Let's train more soldiers. When we are prepared, send them to DRC to go and defend the democracy of DRC. So you are nothing as a country if you don't have an army. China is investing in the army. America is investing in the army. We are investing in corruption. That's the difference between us and other developing nations. We have to fight corruption wherever it raises its ugly head. This youth in this church is unemployed. Mara misebetsi ya tswa mo masipaleng wa Johannesburg. Ba fana ka difane. Ba fana ka di-surname. And even if you are exhausted, the whole family by family sebetsi ka ofela yon. Ba ya ba exhausted. Ba bitsa le ba ba beng khole. Ore ka ba dengeno ko bana mushumo nga fa again. When there are so many children who are unemployed here, who must be given jobs here, we are going to make sure that we bring prayer back into our school to instill discipline amongst our children and for our children to fear God. I want to conclude by saying, Muruti, you must not be worried about the negative things that get to be said about you. Because there will always be people who speak bad about you. There will always be people who speak bad about this family. I'm not shocked when you say, Mama, the brothers and family of the pastor left him. I lost my brothers now, turned against me. And I never looked back. I've never, not even once, doubted myself when my brothers turned against me. It is not for the first time that the brothers turn against each other. It's there in the Bible. It doesn't start with them. So why should I be a crybaby when they turn against me? You must be rest assured, Murud. Now I'm a living survivor. Now I'm one example. Some reject which was written off and said he is buried. People even wrote books about me and said this boy is done, like they are doing now. But they don't know my faith. They don't know my God. They don't know my ancestors. And I will never be destroyed by that which has never built me. I will never be intimidated by that which has never disciplined me when I was a child, grounded me and taught me who is an elder, who is a young person, and how she is going to become a doctor. And she must not thank us. She must thank Bishop, because we're called by Bishop here. And when this challenge was put forward, we knew this is what Bishop has put us against. We have to respond. So we are saying to you, your fees are resolved. You don't have to worry about those fees. You are going to become a doctor. And every time there is a gathering like this, you must come. We will call an ambulance. Over check the high blood. Lady 1, 2, 3. Why? I was produced by this church. And therefore, I'm offering my services back to this church. God bless all of you. Thank you very much.